Did not know. You should have known
Ladies and
because we had a
gentlemen,
blast.
welcome to the show. Y'all just missed our entire introduction, but it's okay. I wanted to let you guys know that we're going to start with this weekend recap, and then we'll go back and touch bases on all those things. I am simply Dot Tennille, your host.
Call me in.
We have some of the funniest things go on when we are trying to do lives over here, but it's okay. So we'll redo all of that, or do we want to start all the way over from right now?
Thank you for letting us know we can pick up where we are right now.
Okay, so we're on our weekend recap. If you guys didn't know, Anthony and I had the opportunity to go on a 7-day cruise for his sister's 50th birthday. So we were celebrating a birthday on this cruise. We had a really, really great time. And here are some snaps that I felt like I really liked. What do you think about the monkey down there at the bottom?
The monkey
He's
with
there. The monkey's
hey,
there.
The monkey was a center of attention outside celebrating the 50th birthday of Nikki. But that monkey, oh my God, that monkey attacked her left and right.
Okay.
He was just chilling.
We're not going to tell him the entire story.
He was chilling. What you mean?
We'll let them hear all about that later when we have a little sip and see or something.
Watch the video.
We rode some ATVs, which Anthony and I love to do as a group. We got dressed up, had fancy dinners all week long. We saw some beautiful water. I even took several dips. They say most Black girls don't like to get in the water, but I'm just saying that. I got no problem with getting in the water as long as it's of a reasonable temperature.
As long as she can see the bottom.
What you mean?
Okay, well, I don't mean the bottom. So long as the water is clear, she's not getting in Galveston water.
Well, that's Galveston water. There's something a little different about that.
Because it's dark.
That's not why. I get in the lake. So it has nothing to do with that. People get sick in Galveston water. They get skin diseases, and I don't want my skin messed up.
Bacterial flesh.
All of that. So this was our first trip of the year. I don't know how many of you guys have your trips planned out already, but I hope that you have something planned that's fun for you and yours, okay? Because getting out there, getting away to start your year off right. How did you feel about being able to do that, to separate yourself from everything right at the first of the year?
Oh, it was good. It was great. I enjoyed myself. It could have been longer for me. 7 days was not long enough. I needed probably 14 to 21 days, but I got to have my twins there with me. Got to have my babies because, hey, it was great.
It does make you feel like when you have kids, it does make you feel like you're cheating on experiences without them. We saw some really great things.
They would have loved them in there.
Oh, well, during our journey, ladies and gentlemen, we left Galveston, Texas, went to Roatán, Honduras. Which one thing that I'm going to say about, and you can pick one about Playa del Carmen, not Playa del Carmen, sorry.
Puerto
Costa Maya.
Costa Maya.
Okay. So Honduras has the sharpest rocks ever when you're getting into the ocean. Definitely be careful. Okay. What's one thing that you found interesting about Costa Maya?
Costa Maya. I guess the food was different. Is that what we had, the jerk chicken?
Oh,
or was that in Honduras?
Let me think. We had that in Honduras. Jerk chicken was in Honduras. You had regular wings in Honduras.
It don't matter. I love that. It's not no one thing to pick out.
You need to pick something special, something different that you think that they may not know. Even if it's Cozumel, just pick one of the things.
Be ready to spend some money.
Oh, Lord.
On souvenirs.
He is not trying to do right. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, after our weekend recap, we had a good time. That's needless to say. Yeah. I also found out when I got back that Realm Basketball, which is Denver Dynasty, which y'all know I support heavily, has their website up, running. It's looking good. And so is the newsletter. If you want to find out ways to be able to support this team and their journey to the top, if you will, please go over to denverdynasty.com and find a way to be able to support the team. Not only are they in Denver, but they are also here in the Houston area, and they are avid supporters of Annual Underwear Affair, and they help us do many a thing. So please, just let's give a round of applause for this beautiful newsletter that they've put out. we would love for you guys to go and support it and support the team as well. They have also joined the She's Got Game League. So that'll be really exciting to see the new games that they have added when it comes to that.
I guess you see who really got game.
You're going to see, okay? Because there's definitely several ladies out there who are great competitors. And so I really like what they're doing as far as women's sports and continuing people to be able to live out their dreams.
They got them 6'8" women over there?
6'8". There's one that's pretty close, not 6'8" though.
6'6".
All right. Remember also that this Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, is the Pampered Partners Brunch. I cannot wait for this. I can't wait. You know, I like to eat good food. There's going to be some really great food. You know, I love pedicures and manicures and most of all massages, which will all be included on this. We're going to be playing some couples games. What are you laughing about? You need to get on the screen.
I'm on the screen.
You're barely on the screen.
I'm here. Y'all see me.
There's going to be some really great things going on. It's going to be early at 11:30 so that you can still get out there for your Sunday fun day. But we need you over at Bijou Nail Salon in Humble, okay? So the address is listed there. If you would like to receive the invite for this so that you could go ahead and RSVP, please DM me, okay? Or email me at IJSLive@gmail.com. All right? Anything else you want to add to that?
I guess I'm looking forward to getting my foot rubbed. Feet. I'm sorry, my feet rubbed.
You get on my nerves.
I want to rub my feet.
Okay. So
I can laugh.
They're gonna rub your feet. Now, before we get into sports, it's time for just a little bit of news because there are definitely tons and tons of things going on around the country. What I want to talk about first, ladies and gentlemen, is these mass shootings that are going on in California. What are we going to do? And I don't want to say Vietnamese, Chinese, or Japanese because I don't know which nationality it is. But for some reason, both of these shootings just so happen to be in that culture, if you will,
Asian.
For this weekend. What is going on right now when it comes to Asian culture? Mass shootings. One of the mass shootings happened to be in a dance hall where 11 were killed. And then another 7 were killed. And then I think at a gas station, 2 more. The 7 were killed on a farm. They were some co-workers. So that got pretty messy. I just can't even imagine them getting that mad at work that you got to return with a loaded gun and kill 7 people.
Well, I mean, I guess throughout history, they don't, from what we've seen in our lifetime, we don't ever see them get that mad that they want to just start shooting. You have to be some serious provocation.
Provocation? Is that a word?
Provoking.
No, that ain't a word.
Provocation.
I'm not going to even let you make it on that. Help us, Jesus, Lord. Anyway, we're going to keep pushing with the story. The police say a 67-year-old suspect is now in custody. I know that you guys saw him getting wrestled down to the ground. They did find a weapon that was used in the things, but he didn't look like he was apologetic at all when they wrestled him to the ground. What?
They probably got the wrong guy. He just had a weapon in his car.
I don't think so. They definitely got the right guy. All right. Now, everybody knows that they have forced tons and tons of money into COVID-19 and the different things going on. So last night we watched a news brief on, not only the amount of money that they've put in, which is $60 billion that had been paid out for fraudulent unemployment claims. $60 billion. That's a lot of money, y'all. I'm going to tell you, if you got that money and you were still working, they're about to come after you, okay? They're about to come after you. I don't know how they're going to catch you. They haven't given any reason as to that. But what I wanted to say in regard, because I'm afraid to talk about COVID now, since they censored us, I'm scared to say, the other stuff that I want to say because they're just going to cut my video off and then you won't see any of this hard work that I put into this show. So you know what? I'm going past that. I'm let them do their thing. And maybe I'll put it on my private page later. There's a lot of stuff going on. Y'all need to start reading up on COVID-19, not only the amount of money that they put in, but they want to start making the vaccine just like the flu vaccine. When they feel like there's a surge, then, they make it come out and they tailor it to each type of COVID-19. I'm trying to keep this as clean as I can. They're going to tailor it to each strand of COVID-19 to keep America safe.
Make America great again.
How did I do?
Make America great again. You did good. But as she was saying earlier, all the people out there that received the money when they wasn't working or claimed they wasn't working and was still working for all that unemployment or whatever you did, when you file them taxes, don't be surprised.
I don't think it's when you file the taxes. I think it has absolutely nothing to do with the taxes. I think they know who they gave the money to, and they're going to take time and go after them.
Yeah, when they file the taxes too. They garnishing everything.
Well, they filed the taxes on last year, including that amount of money.
But now the record reflects.
Let the record reflect. Okay. Who got the money? Who didn't need the money and still took the money?
Why we can't get
I think that there were tons and tons of people, $60 billion worth of people who got those funds. That's crazy. All right.
Hope y'all saved.
Now, Twitter is being sued by the UK's Crown Estate over the tech giant's alleged failure to pay rent in their London office. That man is making all that money, and they out here putting petty claims out here on this boy. This is horrible. If he is not paying his rent, he needs to be sued. I hate that they had to go through the trouble of suing this man to be able to get the money. That is just plain ridiculous.
That's how the rich stay rich.
It's not paying rent.
They don't pay a lot of stuff.
You're right. I believe you're right when it comes to that. Oscar nominations are also coming out. And later, we're going to be talking about Beyonce's performance in Dubai for the grand opening of
Atlantis.
Oh my gosh. When we went to Dubai, we saw them working on some of the projects for the outdoor theme park. We cannot wait to see this thing in person. They had a private screening for this and Beyonce was the performer, but there's some real touchy business going on around her performance. And we'll get to that later after entertainment news. All right. Negative 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Y'all know I like numbers. That was the temperature in China's northernmost city. I don't know how to pronounce this properly, but I'm going to attempt. It's Mohi. This week, the coldest weather the city has ever recorded. Negative 63. I cannot even imagine.
Is that colder than Alaska?
Yeah. I cannot even imagine how cold that has got to feel outside. Is there like immediate freezing at that point? Like, do you immediately get frostbite going out?
Ears and fingers
if you're not covered
off.
Yeah,
quite sure.
Yeah,
I don't ever want to experience that.
Seems like a lot, ladies and gentlemen, but I can't even imagine how that feels. I definitely wouldn't go out in that.
How cold are the refrigerators?
Definitely not that. A refrigerator.
-20.
Nowhere close. All right. Thanks, David, for joining. What's up? Thanks, B. Jones, for joining. We are here. Yeah, that's real cold. 60, 63 below is a real cold. That's icy. All right. Now it is time for our sports update, Mr. Thomas.
No.
Don't you start playing with me. We got a lot to talk about, ladies and gentlemen.
How about them Cowboys? Dun.
I actually have
You know something. What? Seriously.
Okay, go ahead.
I was really pulling for the Cowboys, hoping somebody out of Texas can do it because the Texans ain't doing crap. But then Dak Prescott get out there and crack under pressure. He act like he don't have tight ends to throw to. He only throwing to one receiver. And then Tony Pollard get injured. And I'm like, oh, hell. Throwing the towel, y'all. It's over with. So now we got the 49ers. They going to represent again. And the Cowboys haven't beat the 49ers since, 1994 or 97?
So this is also one of those things where it's like every single time you give us that inkling of hope, it seems like every single thing that could possibly go wrong. Here's my thing with the Cowboys. When we see that Dak was having a bad day, because that's what we're going to call it. We're going to just say he was having we're going to say that he was having a bad day. What up, Tuck? We're here and we're talking about the Cowboys right now.
I came in at the right time.
Here's my question for everybody. It really felt staged to me. At what point do we say we're not going to remove this quarterback just because he's the franchise player? Where do we get there in our heads as coaches?
I don't know. I'll let Coach Tuck handle that since he's a coach.
Why would we do that?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can definitely hear you.
Okay, good. The reason being is because, it's different at different levels, right? And then you got to think about the preparation leading up into the week, the reps, also his salary. I mean, he's getting paid the most on the team. So from a business perspective, you got to let that play out. That's just what it is. And so for Jerry Jones,
I don't believe that for 1 second. I think that at a point like this, and after it has been so long, you've not been this close in many a year. Just because it's a team that you have a record of losing against does not mean don't take a chance on other stock that you have, if you will. Yeah,
but you got to understand, they're at practice all week, all year with these players. And despite how Dak was playing, he's still their best option to win.
I said this while watching the game. This lets what's his name with the H name?
Henny.
This lets Henny know that they have absolutely no faith in him. Period. None.
That was with KC when Patrick Mahomes went out and they put Henny in the game.
But that was injury related.
Even with Henny, this is what I'm talking about. Backup quarterbacks. If you don't have any faith, why are they there? Why are they there? They're getting paid too.
So you throw Henny in the game and he started doing good, passing the ball, handing off the ball. And then all of a sudden, Pat say he ready to come back in, but he's not 100% because he can't put no pressure on that back leg to throw the ball up the field. So actually he gets in and he's doing the same thing Henny was doing. Short passes and handing the ball off. So
that's an example. Then with Dak, if you don't trust the person behind them, why not? You might need to get rid of them.
Yeah, but you gotta understand
how the process goes in these coaches' heads, because
it's not just football. That's what I'm saying. Like it ain't and that makes sense for football, but when we're talking about NFL and you have football signing, if I'm paying a guy $35-40 million a year, you playing. I'm going to get a return on my investment. Now, whether that be, now we'll revisit, your year after the season's over, but you got to let that play out. From an owner perspective, that's what I'm saying. Like from an owner GM,
not to cut you off, but even at the owner's perspective, and you said letting it play out, don't you want to get to the next level? Because if not, It seems like you're doing the same thing you did when you hired Tony Romo. You had him over there for 10 plus years, repeating the same act, and you never put nobody else in, and that just, to me, dumb.
What do we think about this comment here? It says it starts with the head. Jerry Jones is like coaches and players he can control. He likes coaches and players that he can control. He's been running the organization in the ground for years. Jerry know y'all going to continue to buy and support no matter what. Y'all been proving it for 27 years. So to my fans out there, when is it time to let go? Even, I had a picture that I was going to put up of CeeDee Lamb bent over doing a thing. This man is amazing when it comes to the sport of football. Yeah. And I have to applaud him. But even he is so fed up. He says, we're going to come back. We're going to be better next year. He even put in the post that he was tired of it.
And you get somebody.
How do you continue to go to meetings? How do you continue to, how do you come back from that to even try to have a noteworthy season?
Here's who I blame this loss on. I blame this loss on the offense coordinator. And the reason being is because when you had the backup in there for those 5-6 game stretch this year when Dak was hurt,
yes,
your offense was totally different than what you were trying to run with Dak. So why did you switch it up? Because you know Dak is a better player, fine. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right. And so what you would do is they ran the ball a lot, and another thing about this loss, Pollard got hurt, and he was a big part of their offense.
Okay, Zeke guys, just ain't got it. Let's wrap this up. We'll have to reconvene. Another time. We've watched it. We've made it to 10:30. We definitely have our special guest that we need to get to. So I'm sorry for cutting that off. Who are going for the leagues? Tell us an update on that and end it.
Right now, we have the 49ers and the Eagles playing in the NFL conference games. And then you have the Bengals and Kansas City.
Okay. That's what that is. I don't think who selected that group.
Well, a lot of people was looking for Patrick. They said Patrick was going back again anyway.
Okay.
A lot of people picked the Chiefs and the Eagles. Yeah, a lot of people picked the Chiefs
and the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles kind of pretty much surprised everybody coming out the door, and they were phenomenal.
They the 49ers
are here now, so we're gonna see in the conference games who can excel and go to the Super Bowl.
And these are clearly by far the 4 best teams.
Okay. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is time now for our very special guest. And I want to make sure that she gets on here because we have a lot of things to talk about. I told you that I wanted to talk to some moms that were making moves and changing things, not only for the new year, but for their lives to come. So today we have our very, very special guest, who is Miss Ashlei White. And I cannot wait to tell you all about the things that she has going on, the things that she has set her future up for. I met Ashlei because I saw her podcast and I just absolutely loved it, said that I had to get on it, and became one of her boss moms to talk about the way we live our lives and how, we have to set our things up for our children. So I'm so happy to have Miss Ashlei White on today. Hey, Ashlei, how are you doing today, girl?
How are you? Thank you so much.
Good. Now I've got my guys on here, so don't let them scare you. Look, don't let them scare you. I know you know how to deal with that type of situation, but I would love for you to tell people a little bit about what it is you do and this new structure that you put in place, not only for yourself, but to teach other people how to, outline their lives to move forward with their children in tow, if you will.
Absolutely. So thank you all so much for having me this morning. I'm Ashlei White. By profession, I do work in talent acquisition. So I actually specialize in diversity recruitment in the corporate space. And I most recently birthed my new baby called the BAWSE MOM Movement, which is simply a safe space for moms where I empower them to continue pursuing their goals, both personal and professional, while succeeding in motherhood. So it has been a journey, to say the least. I focus on finding the structures in order to create that work-life balance that a lot of us feel like we miss out on. So that's it in a nutshell. But it's been a journey, just finding my own structure and really learning how to set boundaries for myself and with other people, and not overworking myself. So because I do have a 9-to-5 and a serial entrepreneur where I have a few side hustles, it can be a lot on my plate, and trying to balance family along with the things that are important to me. So when it comes to
we're going to say this, not to interrupt you, but we know that not only women go through this, but men go through this as well. And that's why I felt at the beginning of the year, right now is the perfect time, ladies and gentlemen, for you guys to set your life up the way you want it. Try to stick to that as long as you can to get the result that you want. Now, we know that you've been on this journey for quite some time now. How old is your son now, if I may ask?
He is, 18 months? I hate doing the month thing.
One and a half. Young.
He's young.
Very young. He's very young. But he was definitely an adjustment coming into your life, just like most moms. Tell us maybe the first steps that kind of motivated you to start going along with this BAWSE Mom movement.
So honestly, I would have to say him. I started the BAWSE Mom movement when I was pregnant. I was probably about 6 months pregnant at the time. And the thought of having to give up the things that I was working on or things that I hadn't even started yet. Quite honestly, I was going through a career transition, looking for a new job. So just the mere thought of, okay, you're going to have to maybe not accomplish some things right now, right? Or put things off. I wasn't ready. I was still in my 20s at the time. And I was just like, you know what? There's got to be a way to be able to balance it all. And not to say that some sacrifices aren't made. It won't be, right? Because he is still young. So we still have a long way to go. But it was just something that triggered inside of me like, hey, what if there was something where, you know, we can empower other moms and highlight, you know, moms that are already doing this? Because, you know, I'm just getting started in my motherhood journey, but there are still mothers out there like yourself who are already, you know, balancing and accomplishing.
We finally made 10 years. Hallelujah. Super happy about that.
And so I started off as a podcast because I wanted to tell the stories of other moms that are already doing this, right? And talking about the different struggle points, things that you've overcome to help another mom out. A lot of us, you know, we kind of sometimes lose our identity in motherhood, and, you know, things that maybe we thought mattered to us no longer mattered, and putting them off to the side for the kids, right? And so I'm just like, well, hearing these stories and pushing these stories, it'll touch someone, if not one mom, thousands, you know? And so that was the goal, and that was the motivator. He just becoming pregnant, it was just like, okay, I don't want to stop here. And I shouldn't have to, you know, based on what society says, because society is, okay, mom, we're known to be a homemaker, which we are. We do a great job at it. But why do we have to stop there?
Why do we have to just be that? Now, guys, I wanted to pose this question to you. Are there any questions that you have that you would like to put out there to, you know, a mom who's not only trying to work, who's trying to raise her child and trying to do her side hustle, if you will? Because I know that y'all probably run across a lot of people who are in these situations who are also fathers as well. Is there anything that you would like to post to Ashlei?
Only thing I'm gonna say is keep up the good work, not only to you, but the single parents out there in general, and people that are doing what you're doing, because we know a lot of people that are single and raising kids or a child on their own.
Trying to co-parent. There are tons of levels to this, ladies and gentlemen.
We see how hard it really is. So a lot of time we'll step in and, you know, fill in the blanks every now and then. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Okay, so you do have something, Tucker?
No, I was just going to echo what Ann said, and you know, I know a lot of single fathers that are on that same journey. So it's important to kind of have a balance and structure that, and it's a little bit easier for me, and I guess because that's usually we think in a logical way, like, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so it's kind of easier to structure it that way sometimes, but it does get overwhelming when I talk to my friends. You know, they get overwhelmed sometimes because, you know, it's still, you know, it's just you know what I mean? So you still have to kind of move in a certain way. So keep up the good work, and you know, definitely it takes a village. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So let's get into the nitty gritty of this, because we love to talk business here on I'm Just Saying Live. So she's founded a business out of this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, talk about how you structured yourself for success in your business outside of your daily work life. Because with a child, we know that can get really hard in finding time for yourself, if you will.
Yeah, trial and error. I'll start off by saying, you know,
I've been watching your journey. You know, I've seen things kind of change, and you know, not migrate. Let's see, how do we want to use that word? Grow into, you know, different things, because you've got journals, you got all different types of things that can sell and generate income. That's the piece that I think people would really like to hear about. Here is the business side of it.
Yes. So like I said, trial and error, trying to figure out which route I want to go with it and what works well. So like you said, the journals was my first piece of merchandise. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not a sales girl. That's not my forte. So just even me knowing that going into it, but I was still trying to think, okay, like you said, what's going to generate income? Because I am an LLC. So I am, you know, though I'm a safe space, I'm looking to bring in income for the business. And so I'm trying to figure out what I could sell. I use journals all the time. I stay in Target wasting money buying things. And so I'm like, well, what is something that I use that I think other moms would be able to use? And I came up with the journal. Just because I am in several meetings, just like I said, like 9 to 5, I'm always in a meeting. I'm always taking notes. And I'm also a person that likes to manifest by writing things down in addition to saying them out loud. So boom, a journal. And I'll be honest with you, the journal, it didn't go so well. I feel like when you're a startup business, obviously you're trying to, work on brand awareness and really getting your name out there. So the community was a lot smaller than what it is today. And so also resources and money, because it takes money to make money, right? The business didn't have any money. So I fund everything out of my own pocket. And not as much today as I did when I initially started. But there are still things that I fund myself. And so when you think about, even getting products and you're saying, okay, most time when you're ordering in bulk, it's not like the vendor is saying, yeah, you can order 10. It's like you have to order a certain amount. And when you just think, okay, this is how much I'm spending, I don't even know if I'm going to get this back in return. It can be scary, but I've become more of a risk taker. And I would say to any business, any person, thinking of starting a business, it's definitely a risk that you're taking. And everyone doesn't want to put their money up. And the reality is, if you're looking to make money, then you're probably going to have to put money. Well, you're going to have to put money up. Now, whether it's yours or someone else's is a different story, but it definitely is going to take some financial.
So I think our takeaway from that piece right there, ladies and gentlemen, definitely don't be afraid to take a risk, but know what you're getting yourself into. Do not go out there and buy 5,000 of this that you put together that your best friend didn't even buy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so make sure, I'm just trying to make sure that everybody stays clear on this. You have to make sure that when you are doing this, this is a sound thing, that even if you use it as a giveaway, it still brought value or attention to your business so that you can make money in another way. Okay.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you even brought up a giveaway, because I have done giveaways with the books. Most recently, I've kind of ventured off. I know you said you've been watching the transition. So I've ventured off into doing more events, which has always been the plan anyways. I'm such a people person, and just being social, that events is just like a no-brainer for me. Being able to meet my community. And so within that area, I've been able to give books away. I still have like at least 100 books anyway. So it doesn't really hurt. And plus it's a gift, from me to those who are supporting. And so I enjoy doing that. To me, it doesn't look like a loss of money. Some people may say, okay, I spent X amount and I only made this, but you're making the connections. People are seeing your brand. I've given them to celebrities that I've met at different conferences more recently. And then again, giving them to my supporters. And I do also have an upcoming summit that I plan to stuff goodie bags for, which the journal will be a part of that. And so, it's been working. The ladies that just got books a month ago now, during the Mommy Mixer that I hosted with a partner, my business partner, we collaborate on, and the ladies left with journals. We were going into the new year. We used it as an opportunity for them to have a book where they can write down their goals for this for 2023. And so I've received some response from ladies just saying that they love the journals and they were using it to write down their affirmations and goals and all of that great stuff. So to me, I feel like the job is done, right? That's what I wanted you to use it for, whether or not it was a gift or you purchased it in the beginning, which I don't even sell the journals anymore. So
I want to talk about this as well. Go ahead, Tuck.
No, I was just going to echo her sentiment. It's about creating the value that you want for your business. So as long as you have that outlook and you're pursuing that angle, your business will be successful.
Just don't reach out there and over budget yourself and wind up putting yourself in a hole that you don't want to be in. Next, I want to talk about, because we know events is a big thing, like you said. So I know that everybody is interested in hearing about this. When you are looking to select or book the people to be on your panel, you did the mixer. which brought your crowd out so that they could see that you could put on a nice event, because we are all worried that food is going to be bad. We're all worried that there's going to be no interest. There's not going to be any people that we, are simpatico with. Everybody worries about those things when they're going to a networking or mixer, that it's just going to be a waste of time. How did you go about selecting people that you felt like were right for your crowd of listeners?
Yeah, so so far I've done 2 mommy mixers with my business partner Paisley. She's the owner of Mommies with Motivation. Now for that event, we actually don't even or the thought was not to have speakers. For the most recent one that we had, because of the idea, which was, okay, we're manifesting in 2023. We want to really hone in on vision and goal setting. We did invite a speaker. And she did a brief speech just to get us motivated going into the new year. And that was actually someone that I spoke at her empowerment event like a month prior. So relationship and connectivity is one of the things that I really look at when it comes to who I look at for speakers. It's kind of the same thing with my upcoming summit in March. These are ladies that I have known for some time. I kind of know their journey and what they've experienced. And so just wanting to highlight it. I love listening to people's stories when I meet them. So the events are a great place, honestly, to start for me. If you're ever looking to be on a panel that I'm doing for the Boss Mom, talk to me. Tell me what you got going on, because from there, I can see if it is relatable to what I'm doing and if it's something that I feel, should be showcased. And moms reach out to me, even with the podcast. I open it up for speakers to come on the podcast and share their story. And people email me, they share with me. And from there, I'm able to decide, okay, is this right for my audience and what I'm trying to push? So I really would say taking, again, that risk word, taking the risk to put yourself out there, which is not something that a lot of people do because we question ourselves. Like, am I even bringing value? Like, does someone even want to hear what I have to say? A lot of that self-doubt. But take that risk. If you feel like you have something to say and it's a good story to share and you've been following me, email me.
I know that the mommy business is not going out of style anytime soon. So you picked a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's not.
It's not going out of style. Okay, so we keep hearing about this summit that's coming up in March, and I wanted you to be able to talk about it here on the show. We do have people out there in the ATL who are also watching. We got this. Oh, he's over there. This guy over here who is also from Atlanta, if you will. Okay. So tell us a little bit about this summit coming up and some of the speakers that you put on.
Yes. So the upcoming summit is actually my second summit. It's the annual Boss Mom Summit, and it is in person this year. The first time it was virtual. So I'm super excited to push this event just because of it being an opportunity to really connect with people in person. So it will be hosted March 12th. 12 to 4 p.m. Eastern at the Bakery Co-work Space, which is in the Upper West Midtown area. Atlanta's always building something new. So the Upper West Midtown area. And the building owner is actually Miss Skittles. She built this. That's her Instagram name. Okay. But she built this co-work space for women entrepreneurs. So it's super cute, decorated, definitely picture worthy. So ladies, come dressed to impress so you get those pictures. But my speakers, I do have a panel which is going to, I highlighted moms in different areas just to, kind of close the gap on different areas that you may be in your life, whether it's entrepreneur, 9 to 5. So I have Amanda Key. She's actually coming down from Detroit, Michigan. She also works in the corporate space, diversity as well. So she'll be able to share, just being a mom from that spectrum, climbing the corporate ladder. She also has her own mommy community, Hot Mom Tribe. I also have Larisha Harris. She is a mom of twins.
Okay.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart. I already know the deal. Okay.
Exactly. So mom of twins, and she's an ESPN reporter and host. And so just getting back out there, She travels a lot for work. So being able to balance twins and reporting. I also have Mecca Day. She is a new gym owner. If you've ever heard of The Loft here in Atlanta, Georgia, I know they get a lot of buzz. I am not a gym rat, but I know that they are very popular and they just opened up their new location. So she's a mom of one and being a gym owner and business partner with her child's father and just being able to talk about that journey. I also have a mom, Michelle Welch. She focuses on productivity. So she is actually a productivity coach. So if you're looking to be more productive and learn different skills in that area of your life, definitely Michelle is the go-to person for that. And I also have a mom coming to do a workshop for mental health. And we know as moms that is what should be number one topic, right? Because we go through different emotional states, postpartum and all that. So we're going to definitely focus on doing a workshop there. Okay. And just pinpointing areas that you may not even know that you're experiencing.
This event sounds absolutely wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. We were talking about taking the risk. A ticket to Atlanta is absolutely nothing. Okay. To invest in yourself. Okay. If you want to invest in yourself, you want to get around some great people who know what they're talking about when it comes to setting yourself up for a brighter future. Because if your kids are not in line, I'm gonna tell you, it can get extra rough. Okay.
It really can. It really can. And these moms are definitely here to showcase that. I also have for my keynote, she is Audra Curry. She is off of Bravo TV's Married to Medicine. And so she is we're going to do a fireside chat. It'll just be her one-on-one keynote. But she is a real estate lawyer. In addition to being on Married to Medicine and balancing now 2 children. She just recently had her second son. And then my business partner, again, with the Mommy Mixer, that is an ongoing event, Paisley. She is the owner and founder of Mommies with Motivation. And so she'll be able to speak from content creating, and she's big on YouTube, Instagram. And so just being able to balance and being a mom of 3 now, it is, just a lot. And then my host, Self-Love Rissa, she is amazing. She is actually going to carry the event with her amazing hosting skills. So those are the ladies, and I have a moderator, Ayani Lanise, who will be moderating the panel. So yes, I'm super excited. This is an event for my moms who want to come out and not only network and meet other moms, but also just to learn about the different journeys of these working mothers, and figuring out what it is that you may be missing, right? When it comes to work-life balance, or just even in your area of expertise, if you're looking to just get information on corporate life, content creating, coaching, whatever it may be. These ladies are phenomenal. So I am super excited to share them with you all. And I do have
please tell everybody where to purchase tickets for that event as well.
Yes. So it's on Eventbrite. You can search the BAWSE Mom Summit on there. And then you can also go to my website as well, thebawsemomovement.com. Under events is where you can find it on the site. And you can purchase tickets through there as well. So, but Eventbrite, type it in, the BAWSE Mom Summit. I also did create a 10% discount code based on the show. Yes. So
right, ladies and y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that. Don't say I didn't do nothing for you. Look. 10% discount. Okay. From I'm just saying live. Okay.
Yes, so IJSLive. If you just type that in the coupon area, it'll take the money off at the checkout area. So you'll be good to go there.
Alrighty.
Quick question.
I'll put it over in the comments for everybody so they can see it. That's too easy. Thank you so very much, Ashley. I was trying to think if there's anything else. I was going to talk about, photos. I also see that, you have tons of really great photos lately. I know that's really important when marketing your things right now. But I just want to make sure that there's nothing else that you want to tell us today in regards to the structure and building a better life for people's selves before you get ready to have this summit And now we know where the summit is and that you can get there for a minimal cost, ladies and gentlemen. Just go buy your ticket now. Go to the event, okay?
Yes.
Doesn't matter where you are. Go get your PTO, as Tuck likes to put it, your personal time off.
Yes.
And go visit Atlanta and go to this absolutely wonderful event. I know that it's going to be great. It's going to be a wonderful success. If there's nothing else that you would like to tell us, thank you so much for coming on I'm Just Saying Live today.
Yeah, I think, is it Coach Tucker had a question?
I did have a question.
Okay.
Yes, I did have a question. Just relating to the business side. So being a boss mom and having that entrepreneur spirit, and how important would you say having kids within that space, like teaching them what you're doing, and more so related to the people you've talked to, how important would you say co-parenting and having that other parent there to help create opportunities or lack thereof? Like, I know there's some moms that do everything by themselves. There's some moms that have a great co-parenting relationship, and that allows them to even be able to do more in server space. So, like, what would be your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I definitely think it's super important. So me and my child's father, we're together, so we don't have to worry about, the co-parenting part, but it's still co-parenting even though we're in the same house, right?
Yeah.
Because we both have to take the responsibilities. And something that I always push for moms is you can't do it all yourself, and you shouldn't. It's very important. So whether it's, the child's father or vice versa, child's mother, getting help from other people too. Like you said earlier, it does take a village. But I think it's very important for the child to have both parents in the life, especially, if they're both capable and willing and wanting to. I would never want my son to, even if, me and his father didn't work out, I would never want him to miss out on the love that his father has to give and the things that his father can teach him that I can't, because I already said, when it comes to potty training, that's all you. I'm stepping away.
Still giving it to you.
I'm stepping away. But, on a more serious note, like it's very important because we both play our roles as parents. And I know there are single parents out there that are doing the work of both. But like I said, if it's the opportunity is there for both parents to be present, I think it's most certainly important because we have to think about the child, right? And what they'll endure and what they'll feel, not only about themselves, but also their parents as they're growing up, if they're missing out on one side of that relationship that they could have. And so I definitely think about that when you talk about the outcome of a child and who they're going to grow up to be, right? Those are definitely very important factors. And I think that's just I study psychology, so that's like the psychological thing that I think about too, is just like, I want you to feel fulfilled and loved and, get whatever it is that you need out of both of your parents. Because like I said, I can't give you everything that dad can give you. And I don't want to. I don't want to take away, what that relationship could be. So I definitely am here. And I'm also a product of parents co-parenting. So my parents weren't married. But I have a great relationship with both my mother and my father to this day. One like to say I'm a daddy's girl. But, I because I experienced it and I know how it felt for me to have both parents, even though they weren't married. It's super important. And I feel like I probably wouldn't be the woman I am today if I didn't have both of them in that relationship.
That's good. That's
awesome.
I
think that there are a ton of people who can relate with that because of situations that have happened, either you had or you did not have. And hopefully everybody who came out wonderful and who did not, some people did not, but it is sometimes it's not, the parent's responsibility at that point. Sometimes we have to wake up and realize I was missing a couple of pieces. I will fix them on my own. And hopefully we taught our kids to be able to get to that point and see past, because everybody makes mistakes. Things go on, time goes past, you just never know. So Ashlei, we have had a wonderful time here. We can't wait to see what this structure looks like in this summit of yours.
I got some people in Atlanta. I'll put you on.
Yes.
You're gonna definitely invite some people out, Tuck?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking time to listen to Ashlei White as she talked about her BAWSE Mom Movement and her summit coming up this March at the Loft, if you will. Definitely get your tickets. You said
the bakery co-work. It's at the bakery co-work space.
The bakery co-work space. You're right. Sorry about that. So make sure that you get your tickets now, so that you don't have to wait, since they are already up for sale, correct?
Yes, they are ready, live to go. Tickets will be on sale until March 4th.
All right. Well, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll talk to you
soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you took something good away from that. Okay. I know that there are tons of single parents who watch this show each and every day. Now, you may not be on the end of the spectrum where Ashlei was, where the baby is still very young, but it is not too late to change up what you got going on. Make sure that you're in a healthy co-parenting space with the partner, if you will, because we see the product that can come from that if both parents are there and are loving and not worried about what everybody else got going on the outside. It's about the child at that point.
It's about the child.
It's about the child.
It's about you.
It is not about you and Timor. Okay.
What they say, once you have a kid, it's never about you again.
Yep.
Until you're out of your house, and then it's still about the kid.
Okay, and we had a comment that came through that I'm just now checking on, and it says, yes, 2 is always better than 1, but it doesn't always work that way. But co-parenting is critical for our kids, but being a single mom, I'm super thankful to see the man my son is becoming. Either way, it's a lot raising kids in this society. You're right. You can have 2 parents or you can have 1 parent, but baby, it can get extra rough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to keep on pushing with the show, and you know what we like to do next. Let me get everything here situated in the background, Get the light right over here. I think Ant is also getting a car, and the dog is back there doing his thing like he's always doing, trying to wreak havoc on our lives. Now, we've gone through the weekend recap. If you've just tuned into I'm Just Saying Live, I know we got started a little offbeat. Anthony and I were here and doing the show, and Tucker wasn't there to hit the go live button and messed us all up. We talked a little bit of sports, and now it is time for social unrest and entertainment news. Now, I'm going to say it like that because I mixed the social unrest into entertainment news because our social unrest has to do with a really, really big star today. Okay.
Bum, 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 bum.
Before we get all the way in there. Tuck started laughing. First in entertainment news, we got Doja Cat. Now, I don't know if you can see this picture of her. Now, she looks completely different. She kind of looks like, what's the one from the X-Men?
Mystique.
Yeah. Mystique. Okay, now I didn't realize. I don't know if y'all can see the thing where it says slide 6, but she had 30. She was dipped in paint, basically, and then they covered it with 30,000 crystals for Hot Couture Week. Okay, can you imagine? I mean, it is covering for her entire head, arms, chest area, 30,000 crystals.
They can't be healthy.
Stuck to paint.
They can't be healthy. That's all I'm saying.
So are we here for this look or no?
It's for shits and niggas. I'm just saying.
Well, Hot Couture got it, that she served it. She did her thing in her crystals. I think that I like that she even was able to pull this off, but no.
Just because you wear something don't mean you pull it off.
You don't like it, Tuck?
Yeah, no, that's not pulling it off. That's wearing it. That's wearing it.
All right. Now, y'all know I always have something to say about Zoe Saldana. She becomes the first actor to have 4 movies make over $2 billion at the box office. That's okay. Awesome. Now, that is an amazing feat. Okay. It is amazing. I'm just going to say it. I got to give the girl a round of applause for that one.
Good job.
Go ahead. You picking the right ones, or your PRs picking the right ones, or whatever. I still have not had the opportunity to see Avatar, the new Avatar, but I cannot wait.
I will.
Tuck said
no, I haven't seen it yet, but I plan on checking it out this week.
We might need to do a little viewing party because, baby, it's time to go ahead and support it, especially if it cleared this $2 billion at the box office.
We can watch it tonight.
You gotta think, Avatar has a cult following, and
man, I'm gonna tell you,
people have been waiting on this sequel for years.
Okay, I thought I would have seen the new one by now, but I'm a little upset with myself for this. But
the first one, do y'all know how many years ago it was? 10, 15 years ago?
I don't.
About 10 years ago.
Ask a question like that, you should research it.
I'm just asking.
It was about 10 years ago.
Okay.
So they have the boys seen it?
No, they said they hadn't seen it. I know they were too young to see it. But
actually, 2009 was the release of the first movie.
Okay.
So it's been over 10 years. Yeah.
So they weren't old enough to watch it and be impressed. So we'll definitely have to show them the first one before we get into the second one.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is our social unrest. And if you can't recognize who that is, you're crazy. This is Beyonce. Okay. Beyonce let me say this. She was the headliner for the opening of Atlantis. We just barely touched on this earlier in the show, but I had to bring it up because I wish right now that she was holding up the middle finger instead of this pointer finger. Now, let's talk about this outfit first, because it was a Ukrainian design that was supposed to be so phenomenal, and it was made during blackouts and all of this kind of stuff over there during the war that's going on. So it was a statement in itself. But not only did she make a statement about that, the gay community has decided to turn. The Beehive has turned on Beyonce.
You can't say that G word. You got to say LGBTQ.
Am I gonna get censored again?
Probably.
Wow.
I just say the alphabet community.
Yes.
Okay. Is that okay? Okay, so listen. So the letters that are out there, ladies and gentlemen, turned in on Beyonce because she performed in Dubai, which we know took us because we know that they are dead set against same-sex marriages. They are upset that she even went there to perform. But she got how many millions of dollars?
24 million.
30. I thought it was 34 or something. It's like 34 million for this one performance that lasted all of an hour. Okay.
She getting that money.
Okay, so we're gonna say right here, because this is a social unrest piece, and we're talking about, it says, I'm so sick of the LMNOPQ community. They work my nerves. You're right. Let's say this. They don't usually work my nerves, but this is a lot. Are y'all gonna bash this woman for going over there? Someone had made the comment that when you have 500 million, you don't need the 34 million. And you performed a song that you dedicated to your uncle who's gay during the thing, knowing that he can't come there.
It doesn't matter.
Y'all, get off your bag for 2 seconds. Tuck, go ahead and say what you got to say.
First of all, why are you trying to regulate somebody's pockets?
Correct.
You got 500 million. Why? That's the first thing. Like, worry about your pockets. That's the first thing. Second thing is, you can't see. Here's the thing. We in America, we have no idea how other cultures work outside of the U.S. until we actually go there. And so for Americans with this entitlement, especially with the LMNOP community, with, like she said, I call them the alphabet community, but with that community, they get triggered by unnecessary things, in my opinion, right? And so you can't control somebody else's culture, their society, and how they want to operate and move and program. And they've been moving like that since their inception. So there's a reason why they move that way, and why it's very successful over in Dubai. A lot of people want to come there. It's a reason that it's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. It's very luxurious. It's a particular culture that they want to preserve and that they want to display. And so you can't control that, no matter how you might not like it.
I feel like here in America, they don't preserve a thing. Okay. They don't preserve a thing, you know, and some things may or may not have been what needed to be preserved. We all know that for a fact. Yeah. But when it comes to a performance by a superstar of this magnitude for an event like this, Atlantis has been being talked about for years at this point. Everybody has been waiting for this. They did a private showing at that. Her daughter was on stage with her during this performance as well. You know, so I felt like, and then it's been what, 4 years since her last live performance. Yeah. So I felt like she really planned this thing out. And then here y'all come to bash and attack. Who's really the one that's not thinking about things? And
the type of song that she did.
Yeah.
Right. She was making a statement within itself. So why are you even, you know, it's just, it's real. To me, it just lends that.
And she has a catalog that's long as I don't know what. Those songs were hand selected on purpose, ladies and gentlemen, whether you want to believe it or not. So what do we have to say about this? Are we letting that community, if you will, since I don't know what to call it properly, are we letting that community take over too much?
Oh,
right now, I'm starting to feel that way, not just because of this one story, but if we go down the laundry list of things that they've been able to get approved, that they've been able to, you know, and I'm not stopping anybody who has the notion or the gumption to get out there and do it. But what I'm talking about is the powers that be that are letting things be dwindled down into nothingness. She's being attacked for going and doing a performance that she made a grip for.
Well, here's the thing. I think they're more so mad she got paid because how they've been attacking people is trying to attack their pockets and their positions, like getting people canceled and who have different opinions. So anybody who disagrees with what their agenda is, they're trying to cancel you. But see, this is one of those people where she checks too many boxes. Yeah. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't really, she's a black woman.
I like that
she's a woman. She's a black woman.
She checks too many boxes. She's a black woman. She's a mother. She's a phenomenal performer. So we know why they hired her. She gets her money. You know what I'm saying? So she's a wife. She's all of the above. And so it's like you're gonna go in turn, you know, try to bash her for this one performance after she supported you guys for years and years and years. And here we are. Soon as she does something that you don't like, they always have a problem with something. We're not going to keep harping on it, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold up. Before we go, I like to say, as Tucker stated, that community is no different from your own community. Like crabs in the bucket. Anytime you're trying to, or you're pulling yourself up out of there, there's always going to be somebody trying to pull you back, or people speaking against you because, like you say, they don't like what you're doing. That's life. You never ever worry about the outsiders saying things. If it works for you, continue to do it. And if it was 24 million, 34 million, 100 million, whatever it was, that's the only way you can stay rich is keep making money. You don't just have 500 million or 500 billion because you did this. You continue to do whatever you need to do to make the money you've been making to stay rich.
And they're gonna try to bring her money into it. I'm like, really?
So yeah, in life, you don't worry about that. That's like anybody worrying about what the neighbors are doing or what they saying. Man, if it's not beneficial for you and your household, hey, don't worry about it. Keep that money.
Last thing, I just think this is another example of a lot of people in that community have deep-rooted psychological issues, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm just saying.
Get that money.
I'm just saying. All righty, it is time for our affirmation, and today's affirmation says, "Attention is the most basic form of love. Through it, we bless and are blessed." John Tarrant. Do you feel that's true? Do you think that attention, because that could be attention to detail, attention to the person, attention is the most basic form of love? They're showing Beyonce attention. They were watching that she had a performance. They just didn't like what she did. Do we feel like attention is the most basic form of love?
Well, you got to pay attention to show love. I agree with that.
So you agree?
I agree with that.
Okay. All right. How about you, Tucker?
For the most part, yeah. It's a little bit incomplete, but yeah.
You gotta know what they like or what they dislike.
Yeah.
And
you have to pay attention to the person that you love in order to love them properly.
Okay. I definitely believe that attention to a person, because sometimes people think that they're really paying attention and they're not. Sometimes you think that you are minding your business when it comes to a business, because this doesn't even have to pertain to relationships, and you're not putting your attention in the right places. So I feel like attention is a big key in a lot of different things that are out there. So I'm definitely in agreement with
in life.
In life, period. Yes. All right. Okay. So attention is the most basic form of love. It looks like I'm just saying live is in agreement, and we're going to keep it pushing. Okay. All right.
You paying attention?
It is now time. Yes, I'm paying attention. It is now time for our movie scoop. Now, Tuck, you know we like a good movie, right? Now, this was one of those that gonna throw you for a little loop-de-loop, because I was happy about it, but was I so happy about the way it ended and how things went? I don't know. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this movie. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure I got that on the screen. Okay, so listen, it says this is someone else's. I had to read it because it almost says exactly what I needed to say. Don't be fooled by the film's epic premise. The Intercolony War teaser in its introduction may hint at an action spectacle, but for the most part remains a backdrop. Okay? Instead, how do you say it? I can't remember how we pronounced it. Mostly unfolds in labs and metaverses as terminally ill scientists from South Korea. We're going to say her name is Seo Hoon. I'm sure I'm chopping all of that up. Races against time to resurrect her mother, legendary mercenary Yoon Jung-E, okay, in the form of a combat robot. So this girl has built a robot. Turns out she's used her mother's brain, and she used it because she was a mercenary. Out killing and doing all kinds of things. So I'm not going to say that it was a bad movie, because it definitely plays on your emotions, because this girl is trying to get her mother back, who she has not seen in real life
40 years?
30 or 40
yes.
Yeah, 30 or 40 years. And so she's trying to bring her back. She's got all the skill and the knowledge. She's got the resources because she's working for this phenomenal company who knows how to build these types of robots. But she wants her mother to be free. So was it the war action film that I was looking for? No, it was something completely different. So just look at that going into watching this movie.
You're going to be surprised. And it's a heart-filled movie that you can be like, oh my God, didn't see this coming. And you be like, oh.
Good morning. Thank you for joining. That's what you're gonna be saying, girl. Why you got me up here watching this Netflix movie? Look, because it's definitely on Netflix, so it's real easy for you to go and check out.
Check it out, Tuck. It's real good.
I'm gonna check it out.
It's definitely different. All right. You guys know it is now time for Tennille's Touchy Subjects.
Oh, Lord.
You said, oh, Lord. It said how many stars that movie received. You know what? You're going to have to go check online. You're going to have to go check online and see what's going on.
It's on Netflix, man.
It's on Netflix. So I'm going to tell you right now, that means it's most likely not no bullcorn.
We gave it 2 thumbs up. Well, actually 4.
That's what
all the ratings on Google, they're right around 4 out of 5, 3.5, 4 out of 5.
Yeah, so that's why I said the only thing is gonna be that you think it's gonna be this action. It puts me in the mind of someone stabbing at the Terminator type. What you think? Yeah, that, but without all the action.
It's action. It's a lot of action and emotion.
Gotcha.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Tennille's Touchy Subjects. So let's jump right in. I know that you are ready. Tuck got his smile on his face already.
Coach Tuck, you ready? Because I'm not ready. She always be coming up with some.
She throw them left fields at you, man. She throw them balls at left
Last
field.
week when we were on the cruise ship, we really had people thinking. Make sure that if you did not check out that episode, that you go back and check out that episode. Yes. It is under the live section on our YouTube page. Tuck, when we get off here, I got to remember, we got to fix something over there for people to be able to see it when they just touch it. But here we go. Tennille's touchy subjects is going down. Okay. So, dear Tennille, I caught my girlfriend masturbating to my best friend's Instagram photos. I don't want to be a hater, but I'm also not cool with this at all. I love my girl, but this is just too close for comfort. My boy and I have been friends since middle school, and she says he has no idea that this has been going on. Do I involve him? Do I let her go or what? I'm confused.
Let me see Coach Chuck's face.
Okay.
What you say? What?
Touchy subject for today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna need you to post your comments right now. There's a young man here. He's confused. He loves his girlfriend. Clearly, he's okay with her masturbating. He just didn't expect it to be to his best friend's photos. Is this too close in proximity for you guys? Post your comments right now.
Yeah, I mean, for me, let me go on.
Did you just say yeah? Not hell yeah? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's too close, and here's what I'm saying. So my best friend, I'm just putting myself in this scenario. So you're saying my best friend is occupying a sexual spot in your mind?
Yes, that's what's happening.
As a man,
she done took time to go look his page up, to go find the picture that she wants. And
all these porn stars and all these dudes out here.
Somebody who comes to the house all the time.
He said all these porn stars.
All these porn, I'm for real. Like all these people out here, you can literally go, you know what I'm saying? You know, it'd be different if it was, you know, Morris Chestnut or Shamar Moore or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? My best partner.
Out of all people, like that's crazy to me. You know, when I ran across this.
Thank you, B. Jones. That's what I'm thinking right here. Bam.
Now she for the streets.
Bam.
That's sad. That's sad. Yeah, okay. You said you didn't care. You know, clearly you don't care about the masturbation part because that's not what you brought up. You brought up that it was your friend, which is what's hurting you. I feel like this is definitely too close for proximity. It's gonna be real hard to get past this one, no matter how much, because now you're gonna be like, I can't even invite the man over here no more. Anthony, what you got to say? You always got so much to say. You sitting over here looking confused.
B. Jones, I'm with you. She for the streets. She gotta go.
Oh that's what I'm saying. So flip the script though. What if that was a dude?
Wait, check this out.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be real with you. Hey, look, the old school player in me would do this. We'll tag team it, and then I'm gonna drop it.
Oh my God!
I'm just being real.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying? Me and my partner, we're gonna high five it like this right here, and keep it moving. I'm just saying.
This is what you want?
That's how you wind up with a pregnancy that nobody want. Listen. I'm gonna tell you. It says she ready to smash the homie. She's not smashing the homie. She probably just think he fine.
She done smashed him in the head. That's where the problem with. That's what we talking about. It ain't the action. It's the mentality.
People out here. Hold on. But there are so many people out here. Y'all are still missing the whole point. If she's doing that in her head, it don't matter really who it's to. She's still cheating if y'all going that far with it.
No. So he was talking about porn, right? He said Morris Chestnut, Idris Elba, all that. These people.
This boy just made up a bunch of names.
These people you cannot physically hook up with. Halle Berry, Beyonce, whatever. Okay, cool. But this somebody that you see 2-3 times a week, or at least 2-3 times a month, that's over at our house eating, playing cards with us. And now I'm sitting here looking at you He's sitting there laughing, but you sitting there. I don't know what's going on in your head.
Now I know my partner got you moist over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You thinking about
you
him?
raping him while we sitting there.
While we,
eating donuts or watching the football game. Nah, she gotta go.
He ain't trying to be no hater, he said.
No.
But he like his gal, and this is a lot for him.
Man, you better drop her like a bad habit.
Oh, you gonna come home one day and they're gonna be in that bedroom together. Then
you
what?
Know what I'm saying?
You can't
Real
put
life.
all that in there, girl.
What? Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna put it out there like that. They're gonna be in a hotel together doing it behind your back.
Or the car, or wherever. Whatever.
See how men think, ladies? This is
Come
so
on,
horrible.
man. I was born at
How
night, not last night.
Listen, I didn't say it was right. What I'm saying, okay, first let's read Miss Malone's statement. Exactly, but her next move is to hit the physical. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay. So we don't try to answer any questions and say, well, why was she feeling like she needed to do this? Are we not going there at all?
There's nothing to talk about. We passed talking.
Because if she masturbate, because this is what I'm saying. If she want to masturbate, if he not satisfying her, that's a whole nother conversation they need to have, right? Or whatever they need to do.
This should have already been solved before it came to this.
Why are you trying to? So for you to, what I'm saying is
for you to get off, you got to think about my partner.
My partner.
Yeah.
That means you really for the street, like for real. You really for the street, like. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Me and my partner gonna tag team that, and we gonna keep it moving. I'm just being real with you.
Okay, B. Jones said to my friend's photo, it ain't shit to talk about.
And that's what I'm saying. Like flip the script. Flip the script. That was a man, and she catch her man masturbating to a photo of her BFF, her girl that's always around, over there keeping it with y'all.
Right.
Come on.
Okay.
She'll be trying to stab you in the heart or cut you.
It would be worse.
What'd you say? It's going down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you have enjoyed this Tennille's touchy subject where it got real confusing, but not so much. Look, everybody seemed to be on the same page when it came to this touchy subject. Do not, I repeat, do not get caught slipping with your partner's best friend, whether it's on the phone or not. Look, whether it's on the phone or not, it's not going down. I'm just saying, live says she for the streets. She gotta go.
I wish I had that future soundbite. She for the streets. I wish I had that soundbite.
No, she for everybody.
Oh no.
She for everybody.
Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of I'm Just Saying Live. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please continue to support us, not only here, but also on YouTube. We'll holler at y'all later.
Bye.
See you next Tuesday.
She for everybody.
All right, y'all. Peace. Everybody.
That